Hi, this is Tracy Doyle. I'm an emergency manager with CDR McGuire. The OIG has recently identified that the #1 reason for deobligation is improper procurement. Procurement is how you obtain the contractors who are going to complete the work on your projects for your district, your municipality, or your city. Improper procurement includes many different aspects. It can include giving geographical preference to one contractor, not making your bids available to the public to bid on, being sure that small and minority businesses have an opportunity to bid on your projects. Any and all of these are going to be checked when it comes to closeout for your individual projects. So each of the items on your procurement checklist need to be checked prior to your event. Procurement review is something that can begin today when there isn't a disaster imminent. CDR McGuire can come in to your company and look at all of your procurement procedures. CDR McGuire has done extensive research with FEMA and the OIG's office. We've developed a checklist that can help you go through your procurement procedures and be sure that you're FEMA compliant. One of the main areas that we see where counties are being deobligated has to do with their procurement. And the truth of the matter is they're just not properly trained. That's one of the areas where I feel like CDR McGuire excels. When we come in, we review not only your procurement, but all of your procedures. That way we know where there's FEMA compliance and where there isn't. With procurement, though, it's so important for us to review that thoroughly since it's the #1 reason for deobligation. We offer a comprehensive training. We will come in and go through your procurement with you to be sure you're as close to compliant as possible. If we run into issues, we will bring in the FEMA procurement acquisition teams and let them go through your documentation. Between the two of us, we can definitely get you to a safe space where your procurement is concerned. This past year, I spent 9 months doing fiscal recovery from the floods in Colorado. One of the opportunities that was afforded to me in Colorado was the review of their procurement. We took FEMA's procurement checklist and used it against the Auditor General's checklist and the county's checklist. This gave us an opportunity to go in and do a gap analysis. These gap analysis proved very valuable in the ability for them to retain their funds. I would like the opportunity to share some of our best practices, some of the lessons that we've learned on the projects that we've had the last couple of years. We've done a lot of work with counties who are fiscally constrained and smaller counties. These are counties who cannot afford to lose any money. We talk a lot in this industry about resiliency. We talk about people recovering and being stronger than they were before the event. None of us can fully recover unless we can maintain the funds that we receive from the disaster. I believe that providing this training to other emergency management professionals from across the nation is the difference between our communities being able to maintain their funding or losing their funding when it comes to closeout. Let's spend a little bit of time properly procuring our contracts so that in the end, when the OIG and FEMA comes in to close out our projects, everyone can maintain their funds. Through no fault of their own, there are a lot of emergency management professionals who do not have any real-world experience when it comes to disasters. I live in Florida. People think we have disasters all the time, but it's been over a decade since we've had a major declaration. These are the people who need the kind of training that we're going to offer. They need to know what needs to be done pre-disaster and what needs to be done post-disaster. Exercise and simulation helps a lot in preparation for the disaster, but it doesn't go into the elements of fiscal retention of funds. It doesn't go into procurement or documentation. Those are the things that we need to hit on pre-disaster so that we can maximize the recovery. If you'd like more information, you can visit us on the web at cdrmcguire.com, or you can contact me personally at the number below. I really look forward to the opportunity to share this information. I think it's so impactful to our industry.